Okay, so NotebookLM made a real splash about a year ago, and it really put Google back on the map. In a lot of ways, everybody had been sort of underrating the Google. Gemini was okay, it wasn't doing anything interesting, and when NotebookLM popped up, the first feature that really went viral was the ability to take a large piece of information, and remember, Gemini still has the biggest context, as in the amount of information that can be put in at once that's out there. So you could take a really large research report on, I don't know, something scintillating like polymer structures or whatever you want, and you could create a podcast that would have a really sycophantic male voice and a sycophantic female voice that would create a 7 to 15 minute podcast that's going through all of the different features. The next addition was the ability for you to interact with that. So you could pause and say, hey, I'd really like to explore more about this polymer structure. Can you tell me? And it's a really powerful feature that I think a lot of people don't know exist. So it'll go on a little bit of a rabbit hole or a divergence, explaining that, and then snap back to its storytelling. The voices are excellent, the inflection is excellent, everything about it was really good. They realized they had something, and the basic format is in the name. It's a notebook. So it's the ability to take a lot of different sources and pull them in now from your Google Drive if you want. There are some nuances there. You can't just grab a whole folder. You've got to grab individual folders or individual files and add them. And you're essentially creating this context environment. And, I always talk about document chaining and linking together a whole bunch of different sources. So you're in this warm, happy place where you're surrounded by all of your information, like you're deep in a library and you're just surrounded by all the information that you could possibly need. And now they're adding tooling on it. Basic tooling you could accomplish really in Gemini, which is, hey, these are all the documents, tell me more about all of these documents. But Gemini doesn't really have a great folder or a project system yet, which honestly is a user frustration for me because Anthropic and OpenAI have really good project basis. I'm sure they'll get there. But Notebook, I can't pry into the product mind of Google, but I kind of think that that's what it's supposed to be. It is your project where you're putting all of those pieces together. And now they're layering on all of these other cool things that you can start doing with that data. And it can be things like that podcast that I mentioned. It's an audio overview. You can do a video overview of it. And honestly, my teenagers use this sometimes for studying, is being able to take a complicated AP history thing, break it down into like video slides. It's passable. It's really not bad.
Really? What are those video slides? So those are all AI generated video slides? Like it's doing all of that on the fly?
It's pretty cool.